Yo, we are back officially. Hopefully, we're officially back. We went live like 20 plus minutes ago. Had a technical difficulty on my laptop. Hopefully, that difficulty was the only time. But again, once again, hope you all are doing well today on this Friday, 22nd of August. Let's see what we can put together. Well, more so just, this is just going to be just for research purposes. I'll finalize my picks. Go follow me over on Twitter. I'm not going to open it up. I'm not going to cause any more issues. Go follow me over on Twitter at Vortex46. Again, at Vortex46 for most of my picks for today for the MLB. And I might look at one or two WNBA picks. Let's go jump over here. That was Prop Founder. Let me jump over here over on Outlier, because like I like to do, like I technically love to do, is bet on the teams to do something versus just the players, because most sports are team oriented. Let me see. So for Colorado, so since Tella is pitching, he actually allows most home runs, hard hits, and everything to right-handed batters. Home run to fly ball percentage is up 22%. I want to see. Let's see. And again, let's hope that my laptop is kind. Moving forward with just these two things open here. Well, technically I have 5 things open. But again, like I said, let's see if because I don't know because we're looking at it last night, like I mentioned in the stream prior before it bugged out. I'm in a few Discords, and a couple of them are betting Discords, so I was live streaming. I'm a mod in one of the Discords that I'm in. Live streaming in Discord. We're actually talking about this game. And for sure, I want to relook at Moniak, Goodman, Beck, Doyle, and maybe Warming for the Rockies, while I'm still waiting for my laptop to pull up Antonio Sensatella's data. And I did mention that Tommy Pham for my Pirates, because I'm from PA, I'm from Pittsburgh. It's my hometown team. The Pirates, for Tommy Pham for the Pirates, you know, he every so often has been hitting. So I'm kind of curious. He's a right-handed batter. His hard hit the last 15 at-bats is the highest at 67%. So I'm just like, if I do take Tommy, I'll probably put him down on a hits parlay, like a 3 or 4 leg hits parlay, 1 hit. That's what I'm going to look to try to do. I definitely want to do because I mentioned this in the Discord last night during the stream, that I want to do probably a 3 or 4 leg singles parlay for 3 batters, maybe 4 batters, to get 1 single in the game for tonight's games tonight. So I want to see. So my laptop will pull it up. Again, if it'll pull it up. Because if it just keeps bugging out, then I'm just going to have to just call it and just do my own research and just eventually still just post my picks on Twitter and in my betting group on social media and in the Discords. Keep it moving. I just wanted to look at some stuff as early as I could, get a gist. 'Cause I'm supposed to stream. I'm supposed to do a live stream later at 5 o'clock in the Discord. In my Discord later. Today, Eastern Standard Time. So just really establish some stuff. And see how these evening games go. Now this game could possibly go over the total. I just gotta pull it up on my phone once again while I'm waiting for my laptop to work. Okay, there goes the black screen again. Just might not be able to stream today on the channel. But I pulled it up on my phone on Outlier. Pirates Colorado game is 8.5. So the game could possibly go over. Now last night it was last night it was, I think it was a plus 100. No, that's right. That wasn't it. It was the Washington Phillies game. That's still sitting at plus 100, 9.5. Because I was saying that the Nationals Phillies game could possibly hit the over due to the pitching. But here we go again. Waiting for my laptop. I guess I should have turned it off last night. I left it on overnight. And it's just wanting to do this. Let me see. So this is the, what you call it? Let me kind of click over here, see if I can push it to maybe switch and maybe to work. Also too, I want some chocolate. I'm probably gonna go to the store, and get like a Snicker bar or something. I got a taste for, but then again, they sell chocolate chip cookies. I'm probably gonna do that instead. Get some chocolate chip cookies. They sell these little 3-pack. I think they oven bake them. And they wrap them in plastic, and they come in 3s. I might go get 2 packs of those after the stream. Within the next hour or so, go get me some chocolate chip cookies. Come on, laptop. Work. I keep saying I'm trying to save up, get a new laptop. I'm trying. Cause this time, I've had this one for like 5 or 6 years. And I just recently deleted a lot of recordings out of my laptop. Had a whole bunch of thumbnails and stuff from this channel, from my other YouTube channels. I had all that stuff in the. I kind of felt like that was slowing it down, but I just think that it's just on this last leg in general. Man. It was working. Yeah, whoever, I just noticed, whoever is watching, hope you're doing well. Thanks for the viewership. I apologize for my laptop doing what it's doing. Waiting. Patiently waiting. And the hope is that my laptop... Okay. Like it budged a little bit. Just a smidge. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if this will work now. Alright, because all I wanted to do was look at Colorado here. Because I don't know if I want to trust the Pirates to yeah, see, for them to score 5 runs, it's a minus 118 over on BetMGM. They're at plus value over on Caesars to go under 5. This is against Colorado. So, Senzatella, he's actually not allowing runs against the Pirates. Well, I think maybe this is his first time. Okay, so alright, so Senzatella, he actually allows hits, right? And he allows hits versus lefties and righties. Again, my Pirates, we don't, as you see the last 10, we don't score a lot of runs. We score under 5 more consistently. But we're facing off against a pitcher that allows hits. But let's look at his earned runs. And he's allowing, roughly, 3.8 the last 10. So the Pirates are in a spot where they possibly could, this could be one of the games in this new series where they score 5 runs tonight. Again, might. But it all depends because Pittsburgh has lefties and righties in the order. And a lot of them can get hits. Horwitz can hit. He can hit home runs. Tommy Pham has been hitting some home runs. He's been getting HRRs, total base. And like I said, he's been getting hits. He'll get some hits randomly. He'll get on base, all of that. And he actually has positive stats against Senzatella. In 70 pitches, he has 7 hits and 16 at-bats. He has 2 baggers. He's been walked twice and no strikeouts. But he's batting. He's sort of kind of struggling against right-handed pitchers. He's hitting the 4-seam, which Senzatella again allows hits. Like he's struggling to throw the fastball, and he's struggling to throw the slider, which are his 2 dominant pitches. That's why he has a lot of hits. But Pham doesn't. He has his hard hit is high, so that's why his EV is high, right? In the hundreds over the last, just in general, in the month of July. So he technically should have 4 or 5 home runs, basically. But again, it's just not. He's just not fully pushing it fully out the park. You know what I mean? So he only has 1 home run this month. Couple of singles, 3 singles, 1, 2, 3 singles. So the question becomes, could Tommy Pham be a batter? If I were to do anything, I would probably put Tommy Pham down for a hit. Like if I'm gonna just do something just for this game, I might do because like I mentioned, I was in the middle of putting in the other stream. I was in the middle of putting Mickey Moniak down So I got him. I have him queued up because his data looks good. Because I was looking at it last night. Hunter Goodman's data looks good. He recently had 4 total bases 2 days ago. 4 HRRs last night. 4 plus basically the night before. In the Dodgers game, I kind of feel like he would do the same tonight. But again, Ashcraft, is pitching. Is pitching. He is allowing more hits towards the right-handed pitchers, and he's pitching sort of kind of well against lefties. But per his hits allowed, he's only averaging 2.5. He only had back-to-back games where he allowed 5, but mostly it's 3 or roughly lower, or technically less. So batters are hitting his slider and his four seam, and his line drive percentage is up at 30%, which I always say, like, if it's like, because you'll see it here on Prop Finder a lot. If it's 20% or higher, 26.7 or even more, that's good. But then you got to consider the actual bat that he's struggling against, which is righties. It's mostly singles, a double. Yeah. So he's allowing singles more than anything for the month of July. He allowed 2 doubles and mostly singles. But more recently, he's been handling business. Not allowing too many singles, not allowing too many anything over the course of his last 2 pitches. Or maybe he's like 50-50 the last 2 starts. Because he allowed 3 singles on the 9th. And then on the 15th, he allowed a double. So, again, the question, because he's facing off against a good hitting batting order, the question is, can these, like even the top 5 batters in the order, hit his pitches? Because also too, you got to consider, because the odds for the home runs are so high, he doesn't allow home runs like often at all. So he may shut down home runs, but again, the batters may still be able to get on base, get runs in, get HRRs, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe a couple of them get, or a few of them get 2 total base. So this could still technically, maybe, possibly be a game that goes over the total, which is 8.5. It just depends, because again, Pirates, they're fickle. Colorado, they hit lefties better, but they still do hit righties. So again, my question becomes: are the Pirates going to hit today? Are they going to score, say, 4 or 5 runs? Maybe between 3 and 5. And is Colorado going to figure out how to hit Ashcraft's pitches? That's the question. So let me grab. But for me, I'm just looking at HRR stuff. Just queue all this up. Doyle came through for me on my parlay yesterday. I had a 4-leg parlay. It was over on DraftKings. And Doyle was on the ticket. Somebody else was on the ticket. I forgot. I'm logging into my DraftKings now because I know my ticket didn't cash. Because one of the batters didn't do the job. Yeah, it didn't cash. Well, it was only one batter. The other 3 didn't do their job. Or maybe they had like 2 HRRs. I know for sure Garcia had 2, because he was right there during the Rangers-Warriors game. Something told me to put Vinny Pasquantino on there. I did not. I went with Garcia because his data was still green, still good. He just looked like he could still do something. And it literally was between Bobby and Vinny, but I was leaning more towards Vinny, and I was like, you know what, let me go with Garcia. Because I've been betting Vinny more recently, and I was like, let me pick somebody else this time. And I should have went with Garcia, and I should have round robin the ticket because it was a 4-leg. Garcia, Doyle, Trent Grisham for the Yankees, Junior Caminero for the Tampa Bay Rays. Now I'm thinking about it. Like I said, Garcia for the Blue Jays had 1 hit and 1 run, if I remember correctly. Let me look at, because I didn't get a chance to check. Let me see what Trent did. I know for sure Jazz, Chisholm did something. Stanton did not. I'd taken him on a straight bet. No. It was supposed to be a straight bet. I'm glad I didn't take. I parlayed him with Beavers for my Baltimore Oilers. Beavers went out there and hit a home run, and he got the 4 HRs last night. Stanton did not. But Jazz and Ben Rice had 4 HRs tonight. There were only 2 that really came through. But Ben Rice was the only one that hit a home run for the Yankees. So Grisham didn't do anything. He had 5 at-bats. So he didn't do anything. And Caminero, I don't think he did anything for Tampa either. Again, these were all for 3 HRRs. He had 2. So there's that. Should have went with Yandy, excuse me. Should have went with Yandy Diaz. I didn't even look Simpson's way. And that was it. There were only 2 that came through. Brandon Lowe had 2 HRRs. Caminero had 2. Everybody else didn't really do anything. It was just Diaz and Simpson. They were the 2 that had 4 more HRRs last night. Technically, they had 5. Both of them had 5. So that, I should have looked at. I think. Let me look at. Because also, like I said, Beavers. It was Beavers and Stanton on a 2-leg parlay. Let me see if. Yeah, so Beavers was the best value. He had a plus 430. If I would have just thrown $5 on it, I would have won I think close to $30. I think. Yeah, come on, laptop. We were doing fine. There we go. Warming had 2 HRs last night. Did he have? And he had 2 total base. Okay. I'm gonna guess and say this is a single because he doesn't have a 2-backer, 3-backer. I'm guessing the only hit that he has is a single. So Warming is actually hitting better against righties. Okay, he's hitting the slider, which he throws a lot. And he's hitting the four seam. So 50% line drive. Because Warming's, the rookie, he just been hitting. Just continues to do great. Hey, look at his Fridays. Look at his slug. Look at his average, 462. And against righties, 574 slug. 921 OPS. Like, this is great. So automatically Warming is a look for, say, maybe 3 HRRs or maybe even in a single bet for 4 HRRs today. Just might put him down. Let me look on DraftKings. Let me see what his value is on DraftKings before I possibly wait to put that in until around 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock when FanDuel opens up the HRRs. Let me see. But I, as always, continue to mention DraftKings is better, in my opinion, even if you're getting less of a return on something, at least they open up HRR picks early in the day. Like, look at this. I'm on the game. I have choices of 3, 4, 5 HRs right now. It's only 11 a.m. right now. So let me see. Where is warming? Warming for 3 HRs is a plus 190. For 4 plus HRs is plus 380. So that's great value to me. Just being honest, I probably would take him to see if he can read Ashcraft's pitches. I think I am going to take warming as an ad. Just that one. So that's all I saw for that. So for this game for Philly, this game, I think, like I said, like I mentioned from last night's Discord stream, is that this game probably may go over the total run, depending on what the pitchers do and their bullpens do. So Walker, more recently, he's allowed hits, basically 5 or more. Well, technically 6 or more, really. Only had one game we went under the 6. He struggles against both lefties and righties for more so is against righties, just a little bit. But he's throwing the sinker well. He's throwing the cutter well. His line drive percentage is up. It's not allowing too much stuff. Okay, so all right. So he actually allowed a single, a double, 2 singles, 4 singles on the 16th, 1 double. Excuse me. Actually more. You know, it looks like he had 5 singles. And then on the 11th, 3 singles, 4, 5. So he's allowing singles. So for this game, I'm probably going to look to possibly ping on one of these batters to get a single. This could be a part of my parlay. Let me see. So if you want to look at a batter to hit home runs, you look at the barrel. Riley Adams has the highest barrel, 27%. So he's actually struggling against righties. See, Walker doesn't throw the four seam that much. He's struggling against the sinker. He's 50-50 against the slider. 50-50 against the cutter. So you look at his EVs though. He's been reading the cutter and the slider and the sinker for more recently though, over the last like week, which is why his singles numbers are up. Line drive 50%. Yeah, look at him. He had 2 singles last night. Man, missed opportunity, son. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to learn my lesson not to click on certain things while I'm on live, and let me pull up Outlier on Prop Finder on my phone, because I want to see how much 2 singles are. It's probably like a plus 300 something. That's what I guess it is. Oh, okay. So I was looking at, who was I looking at? Riley Adams. Oh, it's way up there. All right, so for him to get 1 single is a plus 125, and for him to get 2 singles, it's a plus 850. He had 2 last night. So you can only imagine putting down $5 on a plus 850 and he go out there and do the job. I don't think he's going to do back to back, to be honest. He's 1-4 against Walker, but he might still get a single today. Again, might. So Dylan Cruz, I keep seeing his stuff and I just don't take him. Me personally, I would look at him for HRRs, maybe even total base. I'm gonna cue him anyway. Let me see. He's hitting righties. So it's up in there if he's going to read this sinker, because, again, Walker throws the sinker well. Okay, he had a double on the 17th to the sinker and a single on the 15th. So the only spot that's looking good is versus righties. Because even though his batting average is down, his slugging is still green. It's 400. He's just under the 700, but you can round that 9 to make it a 700 even if you really want. So Dylan still has a chance to do something. Brady House. Let me... He had 6 HRs last night. Missed opportunity. He hits the sinker. And the slider. His fly ball's up some. Let me look at the home here, because like I said, he came through for me on the 17th. Won me some funds real quick. 1-12 against Walker. So interesting enough. So as we were seeing, I've been mentioning this more lately. Like Prop Finder will swap a pitcher's info. I kind of think that that's because of the pitcher versus the batter themselves. I want to say it's due to this info here. Because even with some of the batters with the info that they have, I kind of believe that Walker decided to switch up from going for the sinker, and against Garcia he was throwing the cutter instead, specifically against Garcia and the splitter. So that's pretty much why he only has 1 hit out of 12 at bats and 30 pitches thrown, because he decided to throw the cutter and the splitter instead. So the question then becomes, would he remember his... Grady King, what's going on? How are you, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, I personally think that Walker versus Garcia, maybe Walker switches up his pitches and he throws cutters and splitters because he remembers that his matchup against Garcia, he's shutting Garcia down. Because again, when I was looking at Riley Adams, 17 pitches thrown to him, 1 hit out of those 17 per the pitch mix. He was throwing the sinker and the cutter in Riley Adams' direction instead. So no doubt. Nothing. I only worked on the first game. I'm considering taking warming Bernabell. for the Rockies. Probably like a 3+ HRR on a parlay, but possibly even taking him for a single bet for 4 HRRs against Braxton Ashcraft because he struggles against righties. And in the matchup, it looks like Warming was hitting the slider in the four seam against Ashcraft, and they're meeting the last time. So plus his line drive is 50%, and even though his EV's been kind of down a little bit, he's still been up in the last week. So he just hasn't done. He's been getting HRRs. He just hasn't like done any home runs. He's gotten 2 total bases, but he's been more so getting HRRs. So that's why I say, like, if anything, I'm automatically going to take Warming for 3 HRRs. I'm just considering if I want to take him for 4 HRRs in a single bet. That's all. So that's that. Let me see. But I'm also kind of like trying to work on another parlay while working on this HRR parlay at the same time. I want to put together a possibly like a 3-leg or 4-leg ticket for 3 or 4 batters to get 1 single each. Because I'm a part of a couple of betting discords, and I'm a mod in one of the discords, and I was live streaming on the one discord that I'm a part of last night, and I mentioned that because I'm going to live stream at 5 o'clock in that discord today Eastern Standard Time to go over some stuff and see if anybody wants to share their thoughts, feelings, or whatever, picks or whatever, what they're looking at. Like I said, just Warming for Colorado, for the Rockies. That's the first pick that I have. I do have these batters specifically queued up. If it'll pull up. My laptop is not being kind this morning. If you search Top Sports Debate, that's what it's called. Or if you go to search Top Sports Debate on YouTube. My homie Lando, that's his channel. He just recently moved. He just recently moved to Discord because Patreon kicked him. So let me see. I don't know if I can't remember if let me see. I can't remember if in your during your live streams if they allow links to be shared. Let me see. Okay, it went through. I just left a comment for my homie Lando's YouTube channel. If you go on there, that's his video for today. If you go on there, because one of our members just hit big on WNBA last night. He put a crazy 4-leg parlay out. I missed it. If I had seen it, I would have put $1 or $2 on that joint. I missed it. But if you go on there and you click on the video and you click the description, you just go and search free Discord. You just click the Discord icon. You can join the Discord over there, and at least the free version. He has a paid version, but here it goes. Fine. If you go on there, then you'll be able to see, myself and everybody else, all of that. And you can join the Discord over there. Yeah. But this is my list so far. Like I said, I got 4 Colorado batters for possible looks for HRRs today. And currently I just added Cruz from the Nationals. But I want to see if I can find anything else for... So Trey Turner, I mentioned this too last night during the Discord live stream. Turner has been a look for me, and the last couple of games I kept forgetting to put him down on a ticket. But tonight, I think I'm gonna put him on a ticket for sure. Yeah, man, definitely check it out. The homie Lando's cool peoples, man. He's just trying to help people win money. That's all. He's just trying to help cats be successful. Yeah, you didn't. Yep. All right. So as you see, Trey Turner's been handling business for HRRs. Even just the last 5 games. Look at this. Basically 5 or more HRRs. Last 5. He's basically been a gold mine as far as that spot. He's also been getting 4 or 5 total base. The last 5. Handling business. So the only thing is, so Cade is pitching. The only thing about Cade out of his whole pitch mix is the knuckle curve. When pitchers have that type of a different pitch part of their mix, it kind of like makes me intrigued but also nervous at the same time, because whether they're throwing it a lot or just throwing it in general can definitely, of course, mess with your picks, because batters don't see these type of pitches a lot. They're always seeing the four seam, the sinker, the slider, stuff like that, maybe even the cutter. So he's throwing the knuckle curve almost 36% of the time, 35.4. Turner hardly has ever seen that pitch, and he's struggling against it anyway when he did. So I'm possibly still going to take the chance on Turner. If I decide to take him, it's either going to be for 2 or 3 HRRs, not for a single pick for HRRs. Just because me personally, like I continue to say here on the channel, I still like to take risks, because there's a chance that a batter can go out there plus value. Even like last night, because I just mentioned it in the live Discord, I took Beavers for the Oilers on my ticket. I loved his value. It was a plus 430 for 4 HRRs, but I parlayed him with Stanton instead of taking him in a straight bet, which I should have done. If I just thrown $5 on there, I would have won. I think I would have won almost $30, because he actually went out there, hit a home run, and he had an extra hit. So he had 4 HRRs last night. Stanton only had 1 hit, and that was all that he did. And I should have went with like Jazz or something like that, maybe more than likely Jazz, and that would have cashed me. So what can you do? That's why I be trying to tell guys, like, yo, you need to do single bets, because your single bets are what can kind of keep you afloat or really help you win some funds if you're so reliant on parlays a lot. Let's see. So at night he's hitting. During the days at home he's hitting. He's having a great August. He bats really great on Fridays, but again, 2 days ago, which was on Wednesday, he handled business. So I feel like Turner is definitely going to be a definite add. Come on, laptop. Come on, baby. Come on. Again, my hope is over the course of the next maybe 6 months, I save up some funds and I can get a new laptop. That's the hope. Unless I do a parlay and it hits for like, I don't know, a couple grand or something, then I can go and buy like maybe a $600 or $800 laptop for now, and then work on. Okay, so automatically, because of what he's done in the last few games, they're pretty much pushing for Turner to get 3 HRRs tonight. So let me see what that value is for 3. It's a plus 120. That's good. That's really good. It's actually right where you want it to be. Yeah, we'll see. I did because y'all know me. You see me in Rena's Discord. I usually only share them I only put together like 2 legs, maybe even 4 legs. I decided to do a random, I think it was like a 5 leg for team first 5 to go under 6 runs or 5 runs, whatever it was. Who was it for Turner? 50%. Well, again, that's playing a key role in why he's getting a lot of HRRs, 3 or more over the last several games. So the ground ball can be a positive for because he's getting a lot of singles, and you know what I mean, like a lot of singles. Like look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just in the last week, and he had a couple doubles for the month, maybe more. So look at all these singles. Look at this. He had look at the singles, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, man. This is the type of batter that you want to push for. That's why I don't sit here and be like, oh, like ground ball is bad, but everything's good. Like ground ball is pushing him on base. He's still getting on base. So he's one of the batters that you want to bet on. Like, dude, he had 4 singles 2 days ago. 4 of them things. I don't even think. Yeah, plus 235 for him to get 4 bases. 4 singles. Excuse me. Alone. Yeah. Again, if anything, you would take him for 2. Definitely 1. If you take him for 1, his value for 1 is super low because he's been handling the business. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I apologize. Give me 1 second. I was looking at HRRs. For him for singles for 2, it only gives you 2. It's actually plus 350. So that's still great because again, he's been getting 2 over the last several games. So me personally, I'm gonna just take him for HRRs. I'm not gonna take him for 2 total bases. 2 singles, personally, because HRRs is the look. It's a plus 120 on DraftKings. Yeah, nice. I'm glad that you're comfortable. Like I said, I'll take him for 3 HRRs tonight. He's an automatic. I'm gonna queue him up. Yeah, man. I'm gonna queue him up. Let me look at, you know what? Let me see. Kyle, he went back to back yard. For me, I always tell people like never look at a batter pitcher history when it's below what it looks like here. This is low. This is nothing. This was 3 at bats. That's nothing. I need some history, like actual, like, all right, he went 0-3 and 12 pitches thrown. He has no hits in 3 at bats. That could change tonight. It is. That's what I'm saying. Like for Turner, I will add him on. I'm automatically putting him down on my ticket for 3 HRs tonight. Probably like a 3-leg parlay. Yeah, Schwartz is that dude. Look at his line drive. Look at his fly ball percentage. His hard hit is maxed out at 100. That's great. Look at his EVs. It's beautiful. So he's continuously handling business. Okay. All right. So like I was mentioning, for Prop Finder, they're giving you info on what the pitcher did against the batter themselves. This is what this means because a lot of this stuff changes and shifts. So let me see if it changed for Harper. So Knuckle. So what was the Schwarber? I just want to see. Knuckle. Let me see. Okay, so Knuckle went up. So Cade, when he faced off against Castellanos, he actually threw the knuckle more than he did the four seam. When he faced off against Bryce Harper and Schwarber, he threw the four seam more than he threw the knuckle against them. That's what this is confirming what I was thinking, because I every so often I'll click on the back because I was automatically assuming that the pitcher was throwing the same, the four seams, the knuckle, and all, everything was still in the same order, but then it would switch, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And then it was just like, boom. I was like, yo, like something's different. I got to figure this out. I was like, okay. So when Kay faced off against Bryce, he threw the four seam more against Bryce. So against Castellanos, he threw the knuckle curve more against Castellanos. Yeah, 100%, man. All day. let me go back to Schwarber here. I want to see his data real quick because, like I said, he technically is somebody you could probably put down for HRR, total base, maybe even for home run tonight. His Fridays is great. His OPS is great, 1.194. That's great. That's what you want to see. Better than yesterday. Now, he's still batting well versus righties. It's just his batting average is down. It would be in a positive if it was 260. It's 252. So, but his slug is great. It's 577, and his OPS is 948. That's great. Yeah. Yep. Indeed. Yep. That's what it is. I finally figured it out. Why it was changing. You know what I mean? Every so often. So let me see. Oh yeah, JT. Let me look at him. Let me not forget about this cat because he he might, like I said, Schwartz might go yard tonight. Just might. Okay, there goes that number 333. Again, this means nothing because he's only faced him 3 times. He has 1 hit. More than likely a single because it doesn't have a 2-bagger or a 3-bagger or anything like that. So, yeah. So he has, so JT has not seen the knuckle curve that much, 26%. 26 times. But he has seen the forcing, which he hits. He's seen the slider, which he has been did, but K doesn't throw it like at all. Like he only threw it once. And he's seen the sinker. So JT might be a possible look for maybe like a hit parlay, maybe. Just to get 1 hit tonight. Because that's what I'm going to probably put together, like a 4-leg, 1 hit each parlay. Maybe. Right. Okay, his EV's up the last few games. He's had a couple of singles. He went yard on the 19th. Okay, his EV's pretty much mostly been up for the month of July. So he's reading pitches, he's hitting, and it's just sometimes he's hitting it up in the air, just some, not often. But he had 5 HRs, 6 on the 19th, 5 on the 18th, and then 2. So he kind of went up and he went back down 2 days ago. The question becomes, could he say get 2 HRRs, maybe 2 total base today? Like I said, I personally, if I decided to take him, I would put him up down for 1 hit. But I'm just kind of just looking to see what I really want to do. Brandon Marsh has been a batter that I've been hopeful that he would actually do something, and he keeps not doing anything when I put him down. He had 2 HRRs 2 days ago. He has a 2-bagger against K. That was his 1 hit in 8 pitches, positive, which is good. But K pitches well against lefties, even though Brandon bats well against righties. Okay, now I'm leaning towards not putting Brandon down because he struggles against the fastball. He's hitting the changeup, which K does throw. So he's like 1 and 1. He's 1 and 1. He's hitting the curve. He's hitting the knuckle. But let me see. I believe it. Let me look at the knuckle for him. So he's only seen it twice, on the 16th and on the 2nd. He hit a home run and a double. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's right, because that's right. He had the double on the 16th. So that was more recent. But I don't know if he would do that again today. What, 6 days later? Yeah. 100% fly ball. Hard hit is both the fly ball and the hard hit is maxed out. He has no line drive, no ground ball. So I'm kind of curious if I want to. I'm kind of curious if I want to take JT for, say, like a hit. I'm just kind of curious. I'm wondering. For Brandon, I probably would put him down for a hit. Yeah. Indeed. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Okay, you're not doing much for the month. Okay, you're mostly red per your splits, except for home games. Okay. So, for short, Turner, Schwarber, Nick, maybe Bryce, Dylan. I mentioned Wood. I mentioned Wood last night like a few times. Like I don't know if I want to bet on Wood or not tonight. Even my boy Lander was like, you mentioned his name so much, you might as well take him. I was just like, I don't know. All right, so he's hitting the fastball, which he sees the most. But he's not. That's the thing. Walker's not throwing the fastball that much against Wood. He's throwing the cutter and the splitter the most against Wood. And he is the cutter. Yeah, what did he do on the 20? Yeah, okay. So he did go yard last night. The question is he gonna get HRRs tonight, back to back? That's my question. Now here's the thing. Remember, Wood went. When did he go? When was the last time that he went? On the 9th. So when Wood went on the 9th, because he was so dry, I mean, he was just like off for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. When he went on the 9th, that's when he got these 3 straight HRRs, technically 4, but it was, 3 or more for 3 straight games on top of the 9th. So that was 4 straight days of four HRRs or more. And then he had 2 on the 13th, and then he went dry 14th, 15th. He had 3 on the 16th. He didn't do anything 3 straight games, and then he, like I said, he went yard last night. So the question is he going to do something tonight? Is Taj going to remember that he threw cutter and splitter against Wood the last time he pitched against him? Yeah. That's my question. Let's see. Line drive is great, 40%. Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, since he went yard last night, is this what we call a trend in the betting scene? Is this a trend? Because he hit a home run and he decided to do something for a few games. Is it going to happen again where the trend resets? He went yard last night. He had 5 like he did on the 9th. He had 5 HRs like he did on the 9th. He had 5 HRs last night. Is he going to get more tonight or around 4? Maybe 3 tonight. That's the question. I'm going to cue him up. I'm going to cue him. Now, that's the question. Who pitched against him on the 9th? Let me see. It was a lefty. That's why. Because there's no righty on. It's not showing. Huh. And I'm curious. Oh, hold on. That's why. Because of the. Let me see if it was a 4-seam. Was it a 4-seam? So he didn't hit a 4-seam. What did he hit out the park? Was it a sinker or was it a changeup? Nope. It was probably a changeup or a slider. Nope, not a changeup. Nope, not a slider either. What did he hit? Again, it was on the 9th. What did he hit? You think they're showing out value? Or I want to try to figure this out. I wonder what did he hit? Because all the other ones that I clicked on, it's not showing anything for. It's skipping from the 8th and going to the 10th. So I'm curious on what specific pitch did he read that he sent it out the park. Hold on, let me see. Take that off. Was it the sweeper? Nope. So it's not the cutter. It's not the sinker. It's not the splitter. It's not the slider. It's not the changeup. Was it the curveball? Curveball. That's what it was. Nope. Wasn't the curveball. He hit a double. He'd never seen it. It was a knuckleball? This is weird. It doesn't show what he hit to go out the park on the 9th. 2 double. Well, a double. That's all. That's weird. And he went again. I remember he hit a home run on the 9th. Doesn't say what he hit. That's weird. Okay. August 9th. Yep. Yeah, if you can find it, let me know, because Prop Finder's it's not showing it at all. It was a sinker. That's interesting, because it wasn't showing it. Yeah, see, it's not showing it at all. It goes to 8. He shows he struggled against the sinker on the 5th, and it skips the 8th, the plus the 9th, even the 10th. Okay. So let's see. Let me go back in. Redo this. Had to reset it. See, he doesn't. That's the thing. Walker doesn't even throw the sinker. So this is going to be a possible risky bet if I decide to put Wood down for 3 HRRs today. Okay, there we go. I was like waiting, like, come on. Let's see. Okay, so more recently, he was like every other game, he was pushing the EV above 100. Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, I might just put him down. Take a chance. Okay, CJ's batting well on Fridays versus righties and at night and away. So he's green in all of his main splits. Okay. All right, bet. All right. So I got a gist. Sort of kind of got a gist of what I want to. Because again, this is just more research purpose stuff. I haven't put a bet in yet. It's just me looking to see who I want to possibly take for the night. Okay, DeGrom. He was a look like a few days ago, which he, I think it was the 17th, where I think he was in a weak spot that day too, and he actually did go yard. So yeah, your boy's he's not throwing the fastball that much. Come on, come on. My laptop decided to freeze. There we go. Okay, he's struggling. So DeGrom's struggling against the slider and the sinker. But his line drive is good actually. It's 20%. He may have gone down, but this could still be a trend from the 14th forward. Like he had 4 HRs, then he only had 1, so he was up, then he was down, then he was up. Yeah, on the 17th, then he was down on the 19th, then he went up to 2. He had 1 HR last night. So the question can become, is he going to get 2 or more HRs tonight? Because this could possibly be a trend where he might actually get the 2 or 3 tonight. That's the question. I'm kind of curious about the Grom. I'll cue him just to be on the safe side, actually. Just in case I want to take him. Oh, and Lau. I can't forget about Lau. I'll pop him in there anyway. Yeah, that's right. Because Lau. He's hitting righties. So he does struggle against lefties. His line drive is 20%. His EV was up more so on the 17th and 16th. Okay, he's hitting on Fridays, he's hitting righties. And he's still having a good August. And he bats well away. So he might be a look for maybe 2 HR. Alright, so that's that game. Alright, bet. Moving on. Next game, Houston. Baltimore. My O's. We lost 7-2 last night. But I did mention during the live stream in the Discord that if I was going to take somebody, it was going to be Gunner. Even maybe just for a hit. If I decided to put him down, it would have been for a hit. But then, like I said, I ended up taking Beavers for the 4 HRRs on the 2 parlay ticket. And he actually went out there and got the home run and the extra hit for him to get the 4. I just didn't take him for a single bet, which I should have. I don't think Beavers is doing anything tonight. No, it was like a one-off thing. He was probably like a plus 1,000 for a home run or something last night because it was a random spot. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There he goes. He's actually green again. Let's see. Yep, he had the home run last night. He had 4 total bases. And he had 4 HR. So, Beavers. Yeah. Definitely was. So, he's hitting the changeup. He's struggling against the slider. And the knuckle. So, he's 1 and 2 against the 3 main pitches that McCullers threw to him the last time they faced off against each other. But his line drive is 50%. Fly ball's even 25. So, let me see. That's right. His data was green, right? Look at his home. Look at his night. For the month, 5 hits and 17 at-bats. 984 OPS. Versus righties, 5 hits, 13 at-bats. 385 batting average, 692 slugging. 1.192 OPS. He's still a look tonight. For maybe 3 HRs tonight. Against Lance. And funny enough, he actually pitches well against lefties. So this is a possible risky pick if I decide to take. Beavers again tonight. Okay, the last time he pitched was a month ago. Sheesh. So he's a fresh pitcher tonight. Oh snap. Oh man. So Mayo's EV is up. It's like 80s or higher. He just hasn't done too much for the month of July. Like literally only one single. It's like every other game he's getting HRs 2 or more. And pretty much same thing with TBs. I don't know. So Westberg, let's look at the homie here. No data. He's hitting against righties. He hits the sinker. He hits the slider, which is great. Okay, he's struggling on Fridays. But again, he's still hitting righties. OPS is still good. It's above 700. It's closer to 800 unless you want to round that 9. Well, I guess right. I was gonna add him, but I can't add him. It's not gonna let me. So I just gotta remember. Let me see. Mountcastle. He didn't do anything. Total base last night. He didn't do anything. HRRs. He's hitting the slider and a little bit of the sinker. Let me see. Maybe. Well, for the month of July, he has 2 singles. But still, he has a lot of HRs. So I'm gonna add. I'll add Ryan. I believe it. They come through for me. Maybe it's because it's my squad, but for the most part, they be coming through for me when it's the right game that I decide to bet on them. I believe it. Hey, tonight might be the night where they do something. Right? Who knows? Let me quick look ahead. Christian Javier is pitching tomorrow. He is a righty. He only has 7 Ks. And for the most part, this is way back in April, he's allowing roughly 4 or 5 hits whenever he's pitching. Just kind of getting ahead, getting an early look for tomorrow. So just kind of throwing out there, if the O's don't do something today, which I believe that they can because McCullers is still allowing hits, they still have a chance tomorrow. So, I don't think I can't remember how I looked at Gunner. I don't think I did. Just relook at him again. So he didn't throw the... No, he threw the changeup. So he's hitting the changeup. He's actually hitting the slider too. Maybe Gunner will get 2 HRRs tonight. He's batting great on Fridays, better than Thursdays. OPS is up. 919. Yeah, I'll put him down. I wouldn't take him for 3 HRs. I'd take him for 2. And then Povich is pitching. Povich is usually only a 4-hit cat, maybe 3. He sucks against lefties. So he's personally struggling to throw his curveball and sweeper. More so the curve. Look at all these singles he allowed on the 16th. Sheesh. See, Astros, they're like sometimey. Like sometimes they'll score 5 runs or more. Sometimes they'll score 2 runs. It depends with this squad. So I don't even know if I even want to put a pick down. See, Carrera had 5 HRs last night. Now he's positive, so this is good. This is a start. I think he had 5 HRs. Like, yeah, he had 5 last night. Because I didn't look at his stuff. Okay, he's hitting the fastball. He's hitting the changeup. K pitches well throwing the fastball. Yeah. 7 runs is good. Oh, let me get there. Oh, wait. What am I saying? He's facing off against a lefty. What am I doing? So he's more of a single batter against lefties. For he had a couple of doubles for the year in general. He had 2 singles on the 16th, a single on the 11th, single on the 10th. So he's like pretty much getting singles most of his at bats. Yeah, look at that. He had 2 singles last night too. Man, imagine parlaying him with that other bat. I can't remember his name. For 2 singles, dude, you would have came up on something. I don't know if I want to do something like that's the type of pick that I would do if you really pay attention to my picks in the discords and stuff. I'll be like, yo, like, you know what? I'm gonna put these 2 batters down to do some wild stuff, to actually like to go out there and get, say, 5 total bases. Everybody usually puts 2 or 3. I'll be like, look, I'm gonna put these batters down for 5. You know what I mean? Parlaying them together. Like I should have won I think it was over. Yeah, it was over $1,000. This was like almost a month and a half ago. I had two tickets in the same night. I had $20. I had $10 for both of these tickets, and I just put I just did $2, a dollar each basically. I used $2. And I basically turned $2 into $109 that night. And I should have, like I said, I had 20. I should have just put the 10 down for both those tickets. I would have won over $1,000 that day, because I had 4 batters that I parlayed together on separate tickets, 2 each, for 5+ total bases, and all 4 of them got it. And like I said, if I would have put the 10 down on both, I would have won over $1,000. It was right there. And I've been trying to, redo that type of ticket, and it always fails because one of the batters do the job and the other batter doesn't. Every so often, none of the batters do. It'll get close. It'll get like 3 or 4 or whatever. It just don't do the job. So I don't know if I want to do that tonight, because Fridays are my worst nights to bet. So we'll see. Didn't Yanner do something last night? I really want to bet. Yeah, he did. He went yard. 4. How many HRs did he have? 4. He's batting great on Fridays. He's batting well enough against lefties. question is he going to read Cade's pitches tonight? Keep forgetting about Cam Smith. See, now recently he just hasn't done anything. He's hitting the four seam. And he's hitting the curveball. More so against lefties, he's getting singles. Okay, he's struggling in August, but he hits great on Fridays and against lefties. That's the only thing. So he's like, and he's struggling away, but he bats well at night. So he's like 50-50 on maybe possibly doing something. But again, he's had 4 straight games where he didn't do anything at all. No hits, no anything, just struggling. So I'm probably just going to wait. I'm probably just going to wait. Come on, laptop. You were doing so well. Here we go. I was like, man, what the? I didn't click on it. I didn't click on exit velocity. Come on, son. But that was beautiful green that I saw. Let's do this here. Come on, laptop. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm cheering for you. I'm rooting for you. There we go. Okay. So, Jeremy, I really want to bet on him, but he's just another one like Cam Smith. Because he's green against Cade. He has a home run out of the 2 hits that he's had. So he's had his 2 hits are a double and a home run. So they're 1-1. Like Cade throws the fastball well. Jeremy hits the fastball well. And he gets to change the sinker. Fly ball. He's been getting under the ball. As you see. Just can't push it out the park. Okay. So he only has 1 single in the month of July. Man, I really want to take Jeremy tonight. But he might not do anything tonight. So Christian Walker. So during the live stream last night, he popped up on the screen. He was in the weak spot. And per the weak spot for the pitcher, not him specifically, but per the weak spot in the order, I think he was batting 5th or 6th. that pitcher struggled against that specific batting spot. Per Christian's data, he was actually not looking great at all as far as his weak spot position in the order. But I said during the Discord, I was like, yo, Christian might actually might go yard tonight because of the position that he's in. He's in the best spot as far as the pitcher's weak spot. And I said that, if I picked him, I would put him down for maybe 3 HRs and maybe even like a home run parlay. But I said I'm not going to do it. I literally said that aloud. I'm not going to put him down, because I'm just going to probably regret him doing something tonight. And one of the viewers, one of the people who were watching, they even said it because we were still chopping it up as far as the stream. And then somebody was like, yo, Christian Walker went. And I was like, see, didn't I say he was probably going to do something, probably go yard? And one of the viewers said, he was like, yo, I actually put Christian Walker on the ticket because you had mentioned him. You had brought him up. I put him down. I was like, yes, what's up? Congratulations on that. On him handling the business. So, yeah. Yep. It was one of those things. I looked at his stuff. I was like, yo, he might do something. I didn't bet him. My homie Lander was like, yeah, he's like, the reason why you didn't, he went is because you specifically didn't take him. So it helped out everybody else that did. You placed him for home run. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah, it was just like one of those things that happened last night. I was just like, yo, that's wild. Like yeah. Looking at his stuff even from yesterday. Like he was 50-50 on Thursdays. The month 50-50, you know what I mean? Like at night 50-50 away, whatever. So it was like I was looking at stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay off of him. He probably is gonna do something tonight, and he went out there and handled business. So here's a quote that I mentioned to everybody in the stream that was watching. I was like, and I'm running with this. So because you mentioned you see the vision. So this is the quote for the rest of 2025 currently, and it probably is going to roll through to 2026. So this new quote that I'm starting to say is, this is the quote: if you don't believe in the vision, you're doing subtraction. Again, if you don't believe in the vision, you're doing subtraction. That's the stance that I'm on right now. Moving forward. That's it. At least one of the stances that I'm on. Let me look at Urias. I haven't bet on Urias at all. Look at that. Just one HRR. Now you could probably parlay him on maybe like a 3-leg, one base parlay, like on a 3-leg. He seems to be good for one total base. Yep, indeed. It is, man. No doubt. It is deep. Okay, he's 50-50 against. Well, no. He's mostly green against the fastball. He is hitting the fastball. He's hitting the sinker. His line drive is 30%. That's great, actually. He actually bats better against lefties, and he's batting good on Fridays. His best spot to bat is on Dinger Tuesday. Okay. But again, if I were to take Roman, I would put him down for a total base and then parlay him with two other batters for one total base. I might actually do something like that today. I just might. So I don't see anything else. Oh yeah, Victor. I was placing him on tickets like a month and a half ago. I think he hit for me like once or twice or something like that. So just double checking. Yeah. I would hope that I am, right? There's only one me on this earth as far as I know. I know there are what they call doppelgangers, cats that look like you, but they're not you. He's batting. He's actually batting well against lefties outside of his batting average being down. Same thing with Fridays. He's hitting well at night and away. Nice. Nice snails. Oh, shoot. How could I forget about Cowser? Son. Can't forget about the homie, even though he don't know me, and I'm rhyming accidentally. Okay. Said he surprised you. Work. That's what batters will do, or just players in general. They will. Cause you're like, oh, he's not gonna do something. He actually goes out there and does it, and you're like, okay, I thought he wasn't gonna do it. So it came up under the radar, huh? Word. All right. So for short for this game, how did I forget about Andy? Fly balls up. So for the most part, whenever Andy does come in contact, for the most part, he's like more so pushing it out. It's not going anywhere further out. Let me see. Okay. All right. So for this game, I would say, see Jose, he's been dry too in the midst of him having a positive against Cade. His line drives up. But again, he might read one of Cade's pitches and get a double or something. Or maybe even go yard. Or he just might do anything at all. So I'll add Altuve. Come on, Lazo, come on. Maybe Yanner. Regal. Sworn it was somebody else. Yeah, man. All day. No doubt. Oh, Beavers. That's right. I was saying Beavers. He's still a look. I say Gunner. Oh, I already got him on there. And so interestingly enough, Cowser is a plus 450 for a home run, which is actually a good spot. I usually tell people like, yo, like, yeah, you can chase after the cast with the 200s and 300 stuff. But when you got batters like 450, 500, those are the spots that you want to look for batters because they may hit the home run that you want. And you parlay two batters that are plus 400 or higher or 500, and they go out there and handle you. You just came up on some funds. So currently, I've only gone through the first 3 games, so I can't even really say. Like, I really can't even really say. Now, this technically should be the game of the night because this is history right here. Red Sox versus Yankees. So Max Fried is pitching. Brian, excuse me. Now he allows hits, but he's pitching well against left-handed batters. Technically both. It's just that the OBA is in green versus righties, and he pitches well, throwing the sinker and the sweeper, and technically just the sinker and the sweeper. Let's see. So he's not allowing too much action. He did allow a home run on the 16th. A couple of home runs. So the weather looks good. That's what I'm saying. This game still has a possibility of going over that 8.5. But it just depends. Yeah. I just want to see. So then Max as well, he's giving up hits. Even though he pitches well against righties, he struggles against lefties. But his pitch mix, he's doing well pitching. But again, he's still allowing hits though. That's the thing. So both struggle against lefties. Pretty much. In the midst of, like I said, he's pitching well against left-handed batters. Yeah. So I did not look at Ben Rice last night, and as you see, he did go yard last night. He's on every other game doing something, every other game getting a home run, every other game getting total bases and HRRs. Currently since the 16th. Okay, so he's hitting the sinker, which is throwing the most by Brand against him. Work. Fly balls 40%. 20% line drive is good. So he's batting well on Fridays. 50% versus righties. And 50% at night and at home. All right. So the question for this game is Stanton a day late because he didn't do what I was hoping that he was going to do yesterday. Is he going to do what I need him to do, say tonight? I'm going to cue him up anyway. Now he only has 2 hits against Brand and 55 pitches thrown to him. He's been walked twice. He's struck out 7 times. Look at the same thing. Green at home, green at night, green in the month, super green in the month of July. Slug is up 550 on Fridays. And he's super green versus righties. Work. Sound like 2K. Splash, son. I queued him up anyway. So Jason. Jason was sort of kind of doing something like a month ago, and then he just went cold since. I wasn't loving as a child. Wow. Okay, he bats great on Fridays. Look at that. 362 average, 702 slug, 1.141 OPS. This is great. Yeah, that was hilarious. He's been pretty much quiet for most of the month. Now, more recently, he's been getting a couple of total bases. That's about it. So I don't know about you. McMahon. Same thing, sort of kind of quiet. A little bit. Like he was batting well when he first got here, and then he kind of went quiet since. For who? For Jason or Ryan? I'm just kind of looking because I don't really see anything from McMahon. Let me look at the homie Cody. Okay, he has a positive at bat against Brand. He's hitting righties outside of his average being down. He's hitting the changeup And the sinker. Oh, Jason. Okay. Again, like, I didn't really see personally. He's only had 3 HRs 3 times the last 10, 7 the last 20. It's not great. Okay. Nice. Okay. Do you think? Definitely hope you knock the interview out. Nice. Do you think, dude? Let me see Austin real quick. So his line drive is 20%. This is still decent. He's getting singles, but it's only twice in the month. 50-50 at home and away for the month as well. Fridays, he's 50-50 all across his main splits. I don't know. He had 6 HRs 2 days ago. 8. I guess he went yard. 2 hits. Maybe he had a home run. It just doesn't say it. Oh yeah, Anthony. Another positive batter against Braylon. %, non-drive is great. He has 1 double for the month. 2 doubles, actually. And 2 singles and a home run. He's batting well on Fridays. Struggling versus righties, though. He bats better against lefties. Okay. Didn't really see anything. Let me look at Austin Wells. I already looked at Austin. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and get some chocolate in a little bit. Sorry. I'm gonna get some crackers. Okay, so the Yankees, from what I'm telling, the Yankees are hitting Brand's pitches. Well, see, everybody got like 2 hits against him. That's what I was saying when I got to this game. I kind of feel like this is going to be a positive. Like the game, because it's 8.5 for the total run. Kind of feel like it's going to go over that 8. I mean, go over that 9. So Trent is struggling on Fridays, even though he's batting well versus righties. Okay, let me look at Jazz. Okay, one of the First Yankees that doesn't have a positive at bat against Brain. Okay. So Jazz is hitting the sinker, which Brain actually is successful pitching the sinker. No doubt. Let's get it. But Jazz is struggling against the changeup. Nice. Congratulations. All day. Every day. Twice on Sundays. So to me, Jazz is possibly still a look. Nice. So Jazz is, his data is still good. His splits are still good. It's just his batting average is the only thing outside of his slugging. His batting average is the only thing that's really down. He's batting well on Fridays. He's hitting singles versus righties. Got a home run just in the last week alone. He has a double last week and a half. So he's still a look. I personally would probably take Jazz for 2 HRRs or maybe like a 3 or 4 leg 2 HRR parlay. Just kind of throwing that out there. Of course, as always, Aaron Judge is mostly always a look because your boy can at any given moment read a pitch, any type of pitch, and he just sends it out the park for a home run. Look at this. Look, that's what I was saying. He's like mostly green. A lot of his stuff. He just a powerhouse of hitting. Look at this. 3 home runs the last 10. He's more of a HRR cat, 2 or more. So maybe for this game, maybe I'll do maybe like two batters for the Yankees, 2 batters for the Red Sox, 2 plus HRRs. Maybe do something like that. I'll probably do it like that. But I gotta look at Boston because I looked at Yankees right now. So let me see. Okay. All right. So he's hitting a changeup. The sinker. He threw more of the cutter to Alex the last time they faced against each other. He's only been at bat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a month. 1 single. Nah, that's weird. No. That's against lefties. My fault. Against lefties, he's faced lefties 5 times. And he is getting HRRs. He is. He's batting well at night and away. His average is technically great. 306 on Fridays. 359 versus lefties. So Alex to me is a look for 2 HR. So who was it? It was Anthony. Yesterday, I forgot to put Anthony down. He was one of my main looks yesterday, and I forgot to put him down on the ticket for HRs last night, and he hit a home run. Missed opportunity for him to get 5 HRRs. That's what I'm saying. Like, he looked really good yesterday, and I forgot to put him down on my ticket last night. He's a lefty versus lefty though, and he bats well against lefties, which is good. but he's struggling against the sinker, which Max throws well against. Okay. Look at Romy here. He has one hit, 2 at bats, and 14 pitches. He has a triple. That's his one hit. Okay, so he's hitting the cutter. He's hitting the curveball. And the four seam. So Romy's a look. 40% line drive. On the night. He's just struggling on Fridays. And technically struggled yesterday too. But he's batting great against lefties. His OPS is 1.030, which is great. It's just he's not consistent. That's the only thing. And seemingly he might be on a little trend where it's every other game where he's doing something. So tonight he actually still may do something tonight. Maybe get a hit. Maybe get a couple total bases. Maybe get 2 HRs or more. Maybe. Bregman still, to me, Bregman and Roman look good automatically. Oh, okay. Okay, so if anything, I think I'm gonna just put this pick in now. This will be the first pick for the day. Originally, I was gonna go with a team total, team prop, but I'm gonna do that in a moment because I want to do a 4-leg runs prop for teams to hit like I want to say 5 runs. If I'm gonna really push for something, it'd be 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go on DraftKings because of course FanDuel doesn't have anything open yet because they're on the cheese. They're bums currently. All right, so for the Yankee game, again, this is going to be a 4-leg parlay, 2 batters for each team, 2 HRRs. So I'm going to go with, for the Yankees, I think I'm going to go with Stanton and Jazz. Let me just read the look. Okay, he's been struggling, blah, 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 but he's still hitting righties. Because again, he's hitting the sinker. He's struggling against the changeup, though. Let me relook. Let me just double check because it may not be Jazz. I think I was gonna go Stanton, try him again. I just might do Stanton and Jazz. Just kind of say, screw it. See if they'll get 2. Cause see, Jazz is mostly green on most of his splits. I mean, excuse me, Stanton. Stanton's mostly green again for his splits. So let me look at Trent again. I see Trent has a positive hit against Braylon. Let me see. So So 2 HRRs. How much is Stan? Stan's a minus 115 for 2 HRRs. And see, Jazz is a plus 100. Judge is a minus 140. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go Stanton for 2 HRRs and Jazz for 2 HRRs. That's right there alone is a plus 220 if you want to do a two leg parlay just for that. And then the other one, I said I'm going to do Bregman and Anthony, if I remember correctly. Let me relook at Anthony here. Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, Bregman was actually looking, my first click on it, so he was actually looking like good. And miss of him struggling in 7 at bats against Max, he still has a positive data for his split. So yeah, Bregman and Roman Anthony. This is, like I said, over on DraftKings. Bregman is minus 120 for 2 HRRs. Anthony is actually a plus 115 for 2 HRRs. You put that together, that's a plus 900. Put that in. Just throw a quick buck on there to get back $10. Locked it in. Screenshot. It's my first ticket placed. But I'm still going to push to do probably like a couple of single bets. Definitely one of them for HRRs. For 4 HRRs, I'm going to look, really look to see if I can find a batter for 4 HRRs tonight. I want to hopefully, and you know, as always, the hope is that the batter goes out there and handles business tonight. Oh, nice. Rena said that we hit 160 members. Nice. That's dopeness, son. Yep, on the road to 700. Yeah. Oh yeah. I see you quoted me. Nice. That's what's up. So I'm trying to share my share my pick. And then go into my screenshot and put my own watermark on my ticket and post it on my Twitter. First slip is done, son. Run, fun. Red Sox Yankees 2+. Wham bam, thank you, officer. All right. First ticket locked in. Moving on. All right. Blue Jays versus Marlins. Hold on. They're saying there's no pitcher established. Let's see. All right, so there's no pitchers established for the Marlins, but they have Shane Bieber pitching for the Blue Jays here. Oh snap! Is Kyle back? Is he slated to come back tonight? So he has no info against. There's just no info at all. Okay. Hey, hold on to that excitement, dude. It's your joy. Nobody can take it away. Nice. I'm definitely glad that you got that interview, dude. Like I said, knock that out the park, son. I've been working at a hospital for almost 15 years, and I'll be 15 in a couple of months. Well, 3 months, really. Well, 2.5 from now. November 1st will be 15 years for me. Yeah, you're welcome. All day. I'm in your corner all the way. You got this, son. Okay, so Otto's line drive is great. Let's go. Okay, Otto's hitting singles. You see? Yeah, Otto's hitting some singles. Oh, no. I am a spectator to your greatness, sir. I'm humbled to know the legend himself. See, Xavier was doing this thing back here the second week of August. Kind of fell off since, even though he had 4 HRs on the 19th. And as always, his data is, like, his batting average is always up. It's just that his slugging is usually down, because he's somebody that you can trust to get on base, to get runs in. He's the cat that you rely on. That's the reason why he bats first 99% of the time. I guess that's sort of kind of true, right? This dude. See, I forgot he went back to back on the 17th and 18th. I forgot about that. Man, and he had a triple on the 16th. He could possibly still do something against Shane. Oh yeah, can't forget about the young man here. Marcy's been handling business. Look at that. 4 straight games of 3 HRRs or more. 4 of them things. This young man knows what he's doing, man. His eyes are not deceiving him. He definitely do. And then look at his stats, man. He just one of those batters that figured out figured out how to really read these pitches. So I personally believe that he can hit Shane tonight. Just being honest. Yeah, there's no data on this guy. Oh, that's why. All right, now I understand why. Because this is his first time pitching tonight. That's why. So this is gonna be an interesting one against the Marlins. It's either they're gonna read his pitches or they're not, and he's gonna go out there and strike them out. I'm kind of curious now. So this game here is really not too much to see, because one, Marlins don't have a starting pitcher yet. Shane Bieber's technically, I would say, 80%, 90% plus sure that he's going to pitch tonight. So this game is up to you if you want to attempt to try to do anything. If anything, if I were to put something, it would more than likely be the young buck. Or yeah, I would more than likely take Jacob. Maybe like on a straight bet or something. Maybe for a 3 total base or something like that. That's what I might do too. I might just do that. Just put $5 on that kid. Go out there and get 3 total bases. Because there's really no info really for that game. Alright, so KC, Detroit. So obviously Vinny is the talk of the town right now. Why is that? Because your boy went 4 straight games. Your boy read those pitches, every last one of them, and said, you know what, I'm sending this out into the stands 4 days in a row. What in this game here? Yep. You see it. He's batting well at night. Batting well away. He's still having a great August. He's batting great on Fridays. He's batting well versus righties. 838 OPS. Look at all that green right here for the spray chart. Look at this. All those home runs to the right of the field. Your boy has been on a freaking tear. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put Vinny down anyway. I'm probably gonna put Bobby down as well. Anyway. And in 59 pitches against KC, Bobby hit, not Bobby Witt, but Bobby hit Jr. 6 hits and 14 at-bats and 59 pitches thrown to him. 1 triple, 2 home runs. He's been walked 3 times and only struck out 1 time. That's great data. Work. That's what's up. Okay. So Bobby's hitting the sinker and the 4-seam. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Look at all that. Nothing but green, man. Bobby's an automatic. Q for me. So Ryan, he struggles against righties, but he's not allowing too many hits in general. So let's look at torque. Okay. Could Torque get 3 HRRs tonight against a pitcher that doesn't allow too many hits but struggles against righties? There we go. So he's hitting the 4-seam. He's 50-50 against the slider. All right. Okay. So Torque hasn't done too much. He's gotten singles, but they're not like super consistent. It's like 40-60, maybe 30-70. Right. So he may or may not do anything tonight. He's green all across his slugging. It's just that his batting average is down. So what I'm thinking is I'm more than likely not going to put Torque down. Let me look at Cole. He went yard a few days ago. He was actually in the weak spot that day on the 19th, and he went. I looked right at him too, and I didn't even take him. I'm fascinated. Interesting. Okay, so Cole's best day to bet on him is on Wednesdays. But he has been consistent with getting 2 HRRs over the last 10 games. That's good. K Carp. Okay. He's been more consistent with getting 3 HRRs. That's automatically a good spot right now. He's hitting the four seam, the changeup, the sinker. He's struggling against the slider though, which against Ryan he threw to him 21%. With him for the month of July, the last few games he hasn't done much. He had a home run and a single, a double on the 14th, a home run on the 10th. K Carp. Word life. So same thing with Cole. He's struggling on Fridays. All right, let me see. So he's batting great against righties. So he bats well, or actually bats great on Mondays. So 3 days away. And then his second best at bat is the next day on Dinger Tuesday. So he's struggling Thursday, Friday. He's like in the middle on Wednesdays. Oh, no. Okay, I see. He actually bats great on Sundays. Cool. And 50-50 on today. I mean, on tomorrow. So I still may, I'm gonna queue him up. I may take him for HRRs tonight. I'm gonna queue him up. So this cat, who is still like random when he does stuff, right? I did not bet on him on the 18th. I was like, I just don't think he's gonna do something. He actually did. He had 4 HRRs on the 18th, 4 total base, and I think he went yard that day. Yep. So personally, I'm staying away from Green again. It's either he's going to do something, but I kind of have the feeling that he's not. If he does, great. Congratulations to those cats that decide to pick him and put him on his tickets. I'm not going to bet on this dude. I'm going to go with one of his teammates. I'm more than likely going to go with K Carp. That's probably what I'm more likely. I don't know. I just don't trust this guy because he keeps, every game, he's just pitching at fastballs anytime they come to him. And, as you see, he's not consistent with his HRRs or total base and stuff like that. He's only had 2 home runs in the last 10. I feel like personally he should be hitting a home. He has 27 home runs. He should have like 40 home runs right now. Like with how many times he swings at fastballs whenever they come his way. So that's why I don't bet on this cat, because he just, especially if you're betting on him for home runs, you're down if you just kept betting on him, say, I don't know, a couple of bucks each time that the the Tigers played. Anytime you bet on the Detroit Tigers and you bet on Green to hit a home run and say just put $2 down each home run, yeah, like he's only hit 27. Everybody else is like 35, 40, you know what I mean? Like, can't even really bet on this cat to get total base. Can't even really bet on him to get HRs because he's just not consistent. So that's why I'm staying away from this cat tonight. And probably more than likely, I'm probably only more than likely going to bet on him like maybe just a couple more times this season. I just don't trust your boy. I just really, really don't. Oh, Wenzel. Can't forget about this dude. Wenzel's a look. He bats great at night. Technically bats great at home. It's just that his batting average is down because his slugging is just shy of the 500. Batting great on Fridays, and he bats well enough versus righties. Like, I kind of feel like he can get maybe 2 HRRs tonight. Just being honest. I think that's it. Yeah, so McCall, Mikkel, he had 2 HR. I just needed him to get one more, and he let me down. And it's okay. It happens. And like I said, I knew per that parlay that I had, I should have put Vinny in this spot instead. But either way, and I should have round robin that ticket. If I put Vinny on that ticket and round robin that ticket, it would have went 2 and 2, and I would have got something in return. But I didn't do any of that, and I went with Mikkel instead of Vinny. Only Doyle was the only one that came through for me for 3 HRs. I think he did finish on the nose with 3 for the Rockies, so can't really say that Mikkel would be a day late because he was one HR away from doing the job. So it's not like he didn't do anything last night. He did. It's just he just didn't get that extra hit or whatever, or got walked and then went from there. Got ran in. But he's actually batting better today. I'm just like, man, do I want to put him down for 3 HRRs tonight against KC? All right, so I said Vinny. So I'll cue you. I don't know, because I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one of my brothers, because he bets. Well, technically a couple of my brothers bets. But I was on the phone with my one brother last night after the live stream on Discord. And I was telling him, like, yo, like, I want to do a ticket. I don't know. I don't think I want to do it today because, again, it's one of my worst betting days. I want to do a ticket where if I look at the data for a team, like, even I can use, because my laptop froze up, but the Royals, they're green for their first 5 batters, right here specifically. I want to be able to take all of those batters and put them down on a ticket for, say, 2 HRRs each. And then I still will want to do and want to add, say, like a Riley Green, K. Carp, Colt Keith, and maybe Wenzel. So that's what, 9 batters on the ticket for all of them just to get 2 HRRs. That's a you know what I mean? Because there are games, there were that happened yesterday. It happened with the Athletics, the very first game, the 1:00 game, where I think most of their batters, like, what is it, 9 batters, they had 7 of them. All 7 of those batters had 2 or more HRRs by the literal second inning. By the time the second inning hit, when they scored those 6 runs, most of those batters had a hit, and they had like an extra run or RBI, whatever. If I had guessed correctly on just those 7 batters, you know what I mean, put $5 down on that ticket, would have won a good amount of money. So that's a ticket that I want to do. But I don't think I'm gonna do it today. If I do, cool, but I don't want to try to take a chance on one of my worst betting days and it don't come through. All right, so Slade is pitching. Automatically, I'm automatically going to take 1 or 2 batters for the Rangers because Slade is pitching. Slade allows hits. Look at this. I'll never forget this batter. He struggles. Look at this. Every other game he's allowing 6 hits or more. You know, his standard hit is 6 average, but when you really look at it, he's at least allowing 5. Yeah, one game where he allowed under 5 was against the Mets in New York. He shut them down, but I don't know if they won that game or not. But he's struggling against righties and lefties. So, with that being said, let me look at why. Why? Here's why. Why is that dude? What is pertaining to HRRs? Anytime he gets them, for the most part, he's getting 4 or more. He has a hit against Slade. More than likely, it's a single in 6 pitches. He hits righties. So he's 50-50 against the fastball. He's struggling against the sinker, but Slade struggles to throw the sinker. So that's still possible beneficial for him. Let me see, data-wise, or splits-wise. He's mostly 50-50 for his splits. Pretty much most of his slugging is up. 400s or higher. Okay, you have 3 hits against this dude in 12 pitches. You have a home run. So 2 singles and a home run. That's what I'm believing it is. He bats well against the fastball, which Slade struggles to throw. He bats well against the slider, which Slade is 50-50. So automatically, I'm probably more than likely going to take Kyle here. Look at this. Last several games. EV's up. Angle, distance, they're all up. He's reading these pitches. Mainly like sinkers. Like he's even reading sinkers in the midst of him like struggling against them. So that's a good start. That's a great start actually. Come on, laptop, come on. Okay. He's batting well at night. 815 OPS. Batting well on Fridays. He's struggling in the month. That's okay. He's batting well versus righties. OPS is 700 or more for both Fridays and versus righties. And technically versus the AL. So I personally feel like I need to take this cat. Kyle. Let me look at Josh Smith because he is actually green. He's in a interesting spot with his home run being at 800. He had a couple doubles. Second week of July. He had more doubles. He has like 3 or 4 doubles in the month. Nice. Okay. I just want to check him out, but he was getting some doubles though. And of course, you gotta look at the homie Seager, because you know your boy, best batter on the squad. 5 straight games, 3 HRRs or more. He had 4 last night, missed opportunity. So he's struggling against the fastball. 50-50 against the changeup. Look at the EV though, man. He's been hitting the fastball. He's reading the fastball in the midst of him struggling against it. So, if anything, I'm personally probably going to take Wyatt and Seager for 3 HRRs alone currently, as of right now. Okay, so Corey Seager for 3 HRs is plus 110. Wyatt is plus 145. Just that alone on a parlay, 2-leg parlay, is a plus 325. Let me see. Nathan is pitching. He doesn't allow too many pitches. Too many hits. My fault. Sorry. And you know what? I'm saying screw it. I'm gonna I took that pick straight. Just those two. That's the pick. Yeah, you're welcome to all day. So that's the pick. Seager and Langford, 3 HRRs plus 325. Let's hope for the best with that one. I'm gonna share this. Okay, cool, man. I just saw your original thing. Cool. I'll catch you in the Discord in a little bit. So I'll let you in a little bit, dude. All right. Share this now. Bet. So because Nathan is pitching, I don't personally think he may allow too many hits. Again, he may. Again, he's more so struggling against lefties. Well, no, he's pitching well against both, but his numbers are pretty much pointing towards the lefties. On top of that, plus he has the most home runs to left-handed batters. Okay, he's been getting under the ball. Right. Oh. So, Steven more recently decided to hit. So his angles are up, just his EV's down. He's still pushing distance though. Let me look at it. Jose. Pretty much been quiet on his HRRs. When he gets him, he gets 5 or more basically. Line drive is great. EV's up. It's pushing the ball out. All of that. That's good. It's just not consistent though. That's the only thing. So his data is pointing for him to actually do something, but he just hasn't done much. And again, he's facing off against a pitcher that may not allow him to do anything. So Cleveland isn't really a look, but like I said, the two main cast have been really handling business for the Rangers. They have been doing their thing. Laptop froze up again. Froze up. There we go. So, let's see. So Nolan. Oh, it's a rookie. Joey. Okay, your boy Cunha Jr. More recently been getting 2 HRs or more. Man, should I take a chance on Acuna Jr. tonight? Because he's facing off against a rookie? Okay, he had 2 doubles on the 12th. Single, 10th and 9th. Because he's been getting more HRRs than anything. So this is a chance for Atlanta to actually get some runs tonight because they're facing off against Nolan. Because he's only pitched in 5 innings. And Joey's pitching. Again, like I said, he's struggling against righties, but he's not allowing too many hits. So Mark actually did something, well, recently. 2 home runs. That's what he did. And for the month of July, a single and a double against lefties. Maybe Pete. Maybe. Yeah, Lindor went last night. But see, Juan struggles against lefties. Even though he's hitting the fastball and the cutter. This dude was on a tear, man. See, I haven't bet on Ozuna since the beginning of the season. Okay. So Cunha Jr., maybe Drake Baldwin, maybe Matt, or maybe Mike. Maybe I'll do Mike, Acuna Jr., and Drake Baldwin for 3 HRRs tonight. Oh yeah, forgot about Pro Far. Can't forget about the homie. Hold on, son. He's actually hitting the curveball. Whew, sheesh. Man. Let me get a screenshot of that one, son. Again, this is from the 19th to the 8th. Go. Okay. All right. All right. I think I'm good. I'm gonna probably see if I can take a nap or something. So, thanks for hanging, Grady. Thanks for watching, coming through, chopping it up, all of that. But outside of that, I am out. And yeah, look us up over on Top Sports Debate Discord, where I'll be live streaming in Discord later today in a few hours to go over. Hopefully all my picks will be established. I'll just go over what I went over, and then we'll just chop it up and see where we go from there. But other than that, I'm out, guys. I'll holler at you later. Stay safe, stay humble. Peace.